Hey there, crew. Today we're going to be taking a look at the mini field journal from Lochby. I've been a huge fan of their larger size field notes that I've actually been using as a workout journal for the past 6 months. A lot of space, a lot of good stuff. Really loving the way that this is functioning for me. And I was so excited to hear that they had a smaller version of this because there are just some times in your life when you don't need a larger size journal, and a pocket size or a mini might work out better for you. I also have to say that their Venture pouch has been an easy go-to for me. If you're just looking for any type of storage, I've been using this all the time. Anytime that I go into work, this comes along with me. Plenty of storage inside of here. And that's what I think I love most about all of the Lochby products, is that even in a smaller size, there's still a lot of functionality that comes along with this packaging, or really this case that's a part of this. The outside features totally align with my aesthetic. You've got a really cool metal closure here. This one comes in black. It also does come in 3 other colors if you're interested. We have a small pocket in the back that can fit some stuff. It is a little bit tight, but you can fit a card or maybe even a pen or extra things in the back of here if you want to. There is an elastic pen holder on here, which works really wonderfully, and that way you can keep a pen or a pencil with you at all times along with your notebook. The website says there's a few different ways that you could use this if you wanted to. This can work as a wallet, as a checkbook. You can use it for drawing, journaling, kind of whatever you want. What I love best about all the Lochby products, especially their field notes, is that it has this traveler organization system here. So it's all elastic bands. It comes with one dot grid notebook already. This is a 3.5 by 5.5, 72 pages, stitch binding to Moe river paper on the inside of this, so it works with fountain pens, regular pens, pencils, color pencils, whatever you want. The inside of this journal also has a small pocket here on the left-hand side, larger pocket on the inside, 2 divided pockets over here as well. You have 2 ribbon holders, page holders if you want to use them inside of your journal. And then over here on the right-hand side, 1 larger size pocket if you want to use that as well. If you're a traveler's type person, then you're already used to this organization system for your notebooks. But if you're new to it, what's really great about this, you take any of the notebooks that fit inside of this cover and you can use them. So technically, if you wanted to, you could have up to 4 different notebooks in here for different subjects and ideas if you wanted to. The great thing is that if you choose to get that extra size, then your closure on the outside just needs to be expanded, and it has the room to do so. So this can be a pretty thick boy if you wanted to, or you can keep it nice and tight with just 1 notebook. I've tried to use pocket-sized notebooks in the past, and honestly, they've never really quite worked out for me. But I think I've come up with some ideas that might be able to work for you, especially if you're more of a minimalist type planner or you like to keep things simple. Then this could be a new way of approaching your journaling. Anytime you get into any type of pocket system or more modular system, of course, you want to know about how you can get more of these notebooks. These only have 72 pages, and while that will last you a good amount of time, it's not going to last you forever like a notebook that has double that amount. So online at Lochby's website, you can pick them up in a few different ways. You can buy multi-packs of the pocket-sized journal. They also have pocket sizes that come in ruled, plain paper, and dot grid as well. And I didn't mention it earlier, but I do have an affiliate code that you can use along with Lochby. Code MARKYOURPAGES will save you 10% off at checkout. The one thing that I liked about this paper specifically is the sizing of this, because it's really important just to know the basics, even something more minimal if you want to really think about how you might split your pages up. So this pocket-sized notebook is 16 squares across, so 8 is going to be the center mark for you, and 26 squares all the way down, so 13 will be the middle point for you. You could break this up into thirds if you wanted to, but it's really going to depend on how much space you want to use there. The other thing I noted here is that in the corners, you're going to see space for page numbers. And this is something that I really liked because not everybody likes page numbers in their notebooks. But if you want page numbers, sometimes it's hard to find the right space for it. So in the top and the bottom left-hand corners and in the top and the bottom right-hand corners, you'll see there's just a little extra dot that's missing from here. And that gives you the space to add in your page numbers if you want to. But if you don't want to, you can easily connect your dots over here to create squares if that's the type of thing that you want to do. The Tomoe River paper is nice paper. It does hold on to ink well, but because it is so thin, you are going to get a little bit of ghosting through your pages. It's just something that you have to kind of accept if you're using their paper inside of these type of notebooks or inside of these systems. So here's a few ideas on how you could use a pocket notebook for yourself. The first is just creating a future log for yourself if you wanted to. This doesn't have to be connected to the bullet journal system necessarily, but it is a really helpful page to have, especially when you only have 72 pages inside of your notebook. You're going to run out of space, and eventually you're going to need to plan ahead for things too. You can't always just keep those notes in here. So all I did here was split my page directly in half, and then I broke it into thirds and gave it a title, and then I just have small spaces here for March through August if I need to remember small things that need to come up in the future. I also focused on what a single page monthly overview might look like. So for the month of February, I went ahead and created 1 through 28 for the days down here. And this would just be for like real quick notes or like appointments or things like that. Or if you're not utilizing them, they could also be like very small spaces for notes on things that did happen that day. I also created a section for a big three. What are the big three things that I want to accomplish in the month of February? Because we're dealing with smaller spaces inside of this notebook, it can be harder to figure out something that's more of like a long-term goals page. I feel like pocket notebooks, everything needs to be somewhat short-term, maybe for like 3 months at a time or something like that. Because as you're daily using something like this or even weekly using it, you will run through pages quickly. It's just the nature of a pocket notebook. I wanted to show an example of what a daily page looks like for me inside of here. So this is something that I did on Thursday the 6th, just jotting down quick notes or tasks of things that I needed to do, ordering from places, doing some other reviews. Of course, I had to create this Lochby review video, so I crossed that off. So if you're using this as a daily place, just daily rapid logging is a really great and easy way to utilize a pocket notebook. You just write the date and write your notes and tasks and everything for as many pages as you need. And then when you start your next day, you just put that next date and you continue from there. I was also thinking about some small collection pages that you could use inside of a pocket notebook that maybe don't need a dedicated space. So I created a stationary wish list for myself inside of here on some of the inks and the pens that I'm interested in taking a look at. So often I'll take a screen grab of stuff that I'll see online, but then I'll totally forget that that screen grab ever existed after I take it. So having a place to come back and write that has been helpful. I can check these off as I get these inks or purchase these pens as I go through and just continue with a really fun and easy collection page. Now, you don't always have to use notebooks in this manner. I actually learned this from another pocket-sized notebook that offers everything in a vertical space. So turn your notebook to the side, and now you have a larger space for a full monthly overview, number of weeks, and a whole space for tasks if you need something like this. I never really thought about vertical pages before that, but now that I've opened my mind to it, I'm like, oh, just turn your notebook to the side. And because it's a pocket size and it's a lot smaller, this is still taking up a lot less space than a full-size notebook would for you. So really the desk space that you're, losing by turning it this way is actually not a lot at all. And if anything, it just made your page a lot more functional. I've also been playing around with just daily trackers and time blocking for myself, especially when I'm at work. So this is another idea that you can try inside of your journals if you wanted to. Instead of just a daily rapid log, you could create a real quick and easy, just hourly overview of your day if you wanted to. I've been time blocking for some time now inside of my digital calendars, but sometimes writing it down and planning out your day works out really well. And in this case, I've actually used 2 different colors to create some of that time block, differentiating between things that are happening at home and what's happening at work as well. And then I could also mix and match my tasks and my notes over on the side. And again, use all the pages that I really need to make myself super functional. I love how easy it is to store this in here. I can put my page holder in here to find those pages easily. Close up that notebook and I'm good to go. I can stick a pen inside of this pen holder if I need to have something on me at all times. I have found that having a pen with a clip is super helpful. This will hold on to something, but if you don't have a clip or something to kind of stop this from moving around, it could potentially fall out, but just something to be aware of. Now, we've talked about the pros of this pocket-sized notebook, and I only have one con that I wanted to talk to about this, and I'm just sharing this because I think it is important to give a really good idea of like how all of this can work together. The one thing that I have noticed with these notebook covers, all of them, is that you will start to see some like scratch lines on there, and they do tend to pick up dust and dog hair and things a lot easier than some other materials. So it's just something to be aware of. Honestly, it's the only con that I could really come up with, if I'm being honest with you, is that of all the ways that I've used these where I take them, all the zippers, all the pockets, all the functionality of even their accessories are fantastic, but it is the one thing that every now and again I have to take a lint roller to just to clean it up a little bit so it doesn't look too messy. So if you're the type of person that doesn't like the look of a lot of that, then it may not be the right product for you, or you may want to just make sure that you have a lint roller around you to clean it all off often. But if you're not worried about it, and personally, I think it really adds to kind of that rugged approach to like the field notes and just having things in the grab and go, is that things are going to get a little bit messy. They could get some scratches on it, but if anything, it's making it look more used than it have to be new and pristine. Keep all of that cleanliness and everything for your inside pages if you're really concerned about it. But I really like the idea of just taking something, going with it, jotting down notes and things when you need them, and having everything stored and organized and kind of where you need it when you need it. It just makes it really nice and easy and convenient. This mini field note journal is going to go for $49, so that's going to include both the cover as well as one of the Lochby Pocket Notebooks inside of it. The 4-pack of the pocket-sized notebooks, the dot grid, the plain, and the rule runs for $23.99, or you can buy the multi-pack of just these pocket notebooks in the dot grid for $23.99. You can save 10% off your purchases from Lochby by using the discount code MarkYourPages. That extra 10% off comes in super handy, especially when you're buying the accessories and setting everything up for yourself. Anything that I can do to save you a little extra money, I'm 100% here for you on it. You can check out all the links and full descriptions down in the descriptions of this video, and I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below if you've ever tried pocket notebooks before, and if you have, were they successful or did you have some issues? Let's chat. Crew, I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much for hanging out. See ya.